Hi friends, welcome to Jogo Coaching. In this video, I will explain about what is RACI Matrix, how can we use the RACI Matrix in Agile projects, and few examples from Agile project in RACI Matrix chart. First, let us understand the basics of RACI Matrix. RACI is an acronym that stands for Responsible, Accountable, Consulted, and Informed. Responsible provides the clarity on who does the task. We can have multiple responsible people for a task. Accountable provides the clarity on who is ultimately answerable for the task success and sign off the work. There should be only one accountable person per task. Consulted provides the clarity on who needs to be consulted for input before and during the task. Usually, subject matter experts or key stakeholders can be consulted for the task. Informed provides the clarity on who needs to be kept informed about the progress or the decision. Hope this is clear to you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon to get notification about new videos. Now let's understand the benefits of using RACI Matrix. RACI Matrix used in Agile project is a great way to bring clarity to roles and responsibilities. This will be very much helpful when we collaborate with various stakeholders like DevOps, compliance, UI UX, cyber security teams, etc. RACI Matrix helps to define who does what and ensure no responsibility gaps in the project tasks. This will clarify roles, avoid overlaps, and ensure accountability. RACI Matrix avoid the confusion about the ownership and the conflicts in the team. Hope you got basic understanding about RACI Matrix now. We can understand the RACI Matrix with an example from the Agile project. Let us consider that a Scrum team is working on the product development. Below is the table of common tasks with roles assigned using the RACI model. The first column has the list of activities or tasks which can be assigned to people in the Agile projects. The first task is defining the product backlog items. The accountability will be with the product owner. Scrum Master and QA engineers will be informed about the product backlog and status. Development team and business stakeholders will be consulted about the product backlog items. Sometimes this will be covered in some of the meetings like backlog refinement meetings. For the second task, it's a sprint planning meeting. Accountability is with the Scrum Master because he is the one plan and facilitate the meeting. Development team and product owner are responsible to complete the planning meeting with the expected outcome. So in the sprint planning meeting, they need to ensure that the sprint goal is defined. QA team and business stakeholders will be informed about the task and the status. The sprint goal or sprint backlog will be communicated with all the stakeholders. So here the responsibility, accountability, everything clearly defined. The third task is development of user stories. Development team is responsible for this task. Product owner is accountable to get the work output for the business. Scrum Master will be informed about the progress on the development. Scrum Master will get the visibility about the progress during the daily stand-up meeting. Other people will be informed about the progress through dashboards or sprint reviews, and the management and stakeholders also will be informed about the progress of the sprint. The fourth task is writing acceptance criteria for the user stories. Product owner is accountable for this task because the backlog before development, everything will be with the product owner. Development team is responsible for this task. So development team has to provide all the input, ask questions, help the product owner to refine, split the user stories, add more information to the user story, etc. So the responsibility will be with the development team, but the overall accountability will be with the product owner. Both the product owner and dev team will write the acceptance criteria for each user story. The fifth task is code review. Scrum Master is accountable for this task to ensure that code review is done by the development team without fail, because Scrum Master is accountable to ensure that all the process is followed by all the stakeholders in the project. Development team is responsible for this task, so this should be performed by the development team. QA team will be consulted for this task in case of any updated needed in the code review guideline, or to verify the code review report and the fixes for the QA approval. Hope you are able to understand RACI Matrix with this example. If you want to know more examples from the real-time project, please send a mail to jogocoaching@gmail.com. I will send the Excel file with more examples from the real-time project. Now let's understand few more additional information about RACI Matrix. There should be only one accountable person for the task. Another important point is we can have multiple responsible people for a task. For example, a development team is responsible to complete the product development. So here multiple people will be responsible. RACI Matrix is not replacing Scrum roles. It complements Scrum by adding clarity on cross-functional collaborations. We can create RACI Matrix to interact with all the stakeholders who are part of the Agile project. It can be for external or internal stakeholders. RACI chart will address the overlap or duplicate of task assignment in the team. RACI chart enables the team to take ownership and accountability for the task in the project. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. You can leave your questions or comments about this video as well. If you are looking for one-on-one career coaching or Agile training, please contact us through the email address mentioned in this slide. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.